another episode. We are here for another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday morning. Where else would you rather be on the internet on a Wednesday morning, Brandon? But right here at Practice, the show.
What if your newsletter and blogs could write and send themselves? Most people don't stay consistent writing blogs and newsletters because they get stuck on the research and writing part. Well, tonight we're going to talk about DailyDraft, the all new AI powered newsletter writer that has everyone super pumped. AI discovers relevant content for your niche automatically. It generates a newsletter draft in minutes. This helps to maintain consistent sending schedule, optimizing subject lines and messaging for engagement, and it can also track performance so you know exactly what's working. This will free up your time to focus on growing your audience by letting AI handle the back end and staying consistent without the burnout. And tonight we'll be diving deep into that software on tonight's episode of Pitch Practice,
The show.
the show. My name is Mark, and I am the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. I teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
Brandon here, your chief business strategist with Brand on Growth Lab, helping you take that funnels, get them out into the market and fixing those leaky pipes so you never miss a lead. What up, man?
What's going on? What's going on? Here we are, another Wednesday. Did it come fast?
Feels like it. Feels like it. Maybe because it's, more daylight coming on and the weather's changing and things are happening and it just seems to be speeding up.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like the weekend goes like that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like that. And then here we are for another episode. Give us a hashtag where you're watching out there in the comments. We are in that springtime mode. And I think today, if anyone's out there watching, you know what today is, right?
It's tax day.
It's tax day. Exactly. It is tax day. It's the day that actually, maybe that's why the day came so fast, right?
It had to. 'Cause I know I started my taxes a couple weeks ago, maybe a week or week and a half ago, and I'm like, all right, did the federal, saw what the damage was, a couple $100. It's like, cool. I'm gonna rest easy a little bit. State was projected to get basically the state offset the federal. I was like, I ain't stressing out too much about it right now until the old city taxes came along. Tell you that Rita, she's a bitch. Okay, all right. That's what we call her here in the state of Ohio. It's basically an acronym for the Regional Income Tax Authority. RITA, RITA, and it's a pain in the butt. Like, it doesn't integrate in with normal tax software. You got to go separate site for it. There's no benefits. Like, you don't get any deduction. It's like, how much you make? All right, we're taking this much, and that's it. What can you do? And wait, you underestimated your taxes last year, and so now we have to take more money out of your pocket up front. So it's like, it's pain. Taxes suck. Taxation is theft. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, it's theft.
I'm telling you, man, it is the one pain that it will never go away. There's two things that are constant or definite in life.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, there's only two things guaranteed in life, and I'm not looking forward to either one of them. Neither one of them. Yeah. So if you're out there, you haven't gotten those taxes done, hey, it's still not midnight yet. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there scrambling to the last minute, but thank goodness I have my guy out there taking care of it. Appreciate you. You know who you are, Babito, my man. Sometimes he used to watch us. I don't think, I used to see him in the comments every now and then, but he's gotten so busy now because his business is taking off. I think he's doing some sports casting here in the local San Antonio area. Really good friend of mine's for a long time, and A1 tax guy. What's up, Babito? So yeah, this week so far, I'm excited to hop into what we're going to be talking about today. I personally have been using this brand new software that was just released by ClickFunnels, and most notably Todd Dickerson. And I think we had a little bit discussion about this last week, very briefly, because he's been working on some AI tools, and it's been it's crazy what's going to happen here with AI in the near future. What do you think? And with all of the I happened to catch that episode of the ClickFunnels radio with him and his wife. So I did happen to catch that one, Brandon. And I saw him sit down on the couch talking about how he gave his employees the 900-day discussion about. But I think what I really got from it was that, it was really hard for him to get the technicians and the dev guys on board with using AI. I think, which is understandable. I mean, because when you think about it, I think a lot of, coders and things like that, I think there might be some intrepidation about AI actually, taking over their job and them not having, AI being able to do what they do. But there was something that Todd said, and I think it might have been the reason why when he gave that speech about the 900 days, the entire team bought in on it. The entire team bought in on it. I know. Did you catch that part of the episode where he talked about that?
I did, and it was in that little manifesto deal that the document that we talked about, I think last week, that we got from our guest that we had on a couple weeks ago. And I thought it was interesting. I mean, the fact that he gave them like a blank check to buy whatever software subscription they needed, use it, break it, see what works, see what doesn't work, test it. I mean, I think that's one, amazing leadership, and two, embracing where the market is going. And I mean, I don't think we should be afraid of AI at all. I mean, I don't think it's going to take anybody's job. It's just going to transform the roles that they're currently in. I mean, you're going to go from being a cog in the wheel to, an engineer, so to speak. Like a prompt engineer is the newest job title that is going to be made and put out there. And that's a skill that's worth learning, and how to speak to the AI to get the output that you want. The one thing that I don't like about AI, though, and maybe it's just my inadequacies with it as far as prompting goes, especially when it comes to image and video generation. But it does add a layer of time to the project, in the sense that I'm working on a project now. It's a lot of video editing. I'm using Descript, and Descript has the Underlord, okay, and it's an AI hookup to it. I don't know how many credits I got. I don't know how many I've used. I just keep telling it what to do. It seems to be doing it. I'm not getting any restrictions. The next thing I know, my bill's probably going to be $1 bajillion a month. I don't know, but but I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm telling it to do something, but it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it quite right. So I got to watch the whole video again. And this is a 10-minute long video. You watch that 3 times. That's 30 minutes of your time taken to edit this one video that you think is going to be done with one or two prompts, and it's not. It's like, you got to reprompt. It's like, nope, you messed this up. You got to fix this. Now you got to fix this. And so, and until I guess I get better at it, telling exactly what I do, and the AI completely understands, what the task is. That there's always going to be that little bit of a gap. It's like, could it have been faster if I would have just did it myself, as opposed to telling AI to do it, to then have to correct it over and over again to get it just right. So, but then there just comes to be a point where it's good enough for government work, and you just roll with it. Because again, speed is key when it comes to making money. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be out there.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like, okay, how long would it have taken you before AI? And
hours.
Yeah. And just think about before, just before. So the time, savings is there. It's still not at the point where it's like, even I'll even tell you, even with this AI generated newsletter that I've been, using constantly, I'm on my 7th issue on a weekly news draft, but there's still some efficiencies that can be had. And I think that's where the opportunity lies in being a good prompt engineer, because the AI still needs instructions, and that's what the AI doesn't have. So, but what the AI can cut out, and I think this was one of the key things on why the team bought in on Todd's vision, was that he basically said, what AI is going to do, it's going to do the doing. Do you know what I mean? It's going to do the doing of the task. And he said that he wanted to change the entire mentality of how you thought about prompting the AI into asking it, how can you make this so that I never have to do this again? Did you see that part of the podcast?
Yeah, I did.
It was funny because he was sitting there with his wife, and his wife says, the reason he came up with this is because he's lazy. and then Todd says, you're right, I'm lazy. And that's the reason why I'm actually diving into AI, because I'm lazy and I don't want to do it. And I don't want to, I want it to be so that I can, and he even talked about he just talks now. He doesn't even type. He just talks. Have you used any of those talk type of tools that help you communicate with the large language models?
No, I don't. That's still part of a little bit of old school with me when it comes to voice and voice prompts and talking. It probably could make it a little bit more efficient, but I feel like I can type faster than I can talk and tell it what I wanted to do. But that's me. It's the same thing with me in voice notes. Don't send me a voice note. I won't listen to it because I can read it faster than you can speak for 2 minutes. I can read it in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's more easily comprehended for me to read something than it is to me to listen to you drone on for a minute and a half, 2 minutes on what you want it done. Okay, because there's a difference between listening and processing and reading and processing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, don't send me a voice note. I mean, obviously I'll listen to it, but I really don't want to listen to it. Okay? I will not respond back to you in a voice note. I will type out my response to you. You will read my response. So, that's that. That's my soapbox right there for the night.
Yeah, funny talking about that, because but when we've got a demo. I think we're gonna have to demo one of those tools at some point here on the show, Brandon, because I want to kind of, I want to actually see what it's about. I think there's one that Todd says that he uses. I think it's called Whisper Flow. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, Whisper Flow. But he said that how he uses it, he says, okay, Russell just sent me an email. So he'll say, hey, check check out that email that Russell just sent me and just send me the gist of it. And then respond to Russell and say, cool, I got it. Now that's now that if you could do that, I think having it connected to everything inside of all this access to everything, I think that'll be interesting. But would you give over all that control, Brandon? Would you be willing to give AI access to everything? And so that all you had to do was just give it a command like that and say, look, go into my go into my C drive, find this and write this summary and then send this in an email. Would you give it all that access?
It's kind of dangerous, I think. I mean, there's so many models floating around here. I mean, when OpenClaw came on board, I've seen and heard people talk about like you're giving keys to the nuclear football to a 2-year-old. You know what I mean? When you put OpenClaw on your computer, it can do all kinds of crazy stuff. But it does entice me and intrigue me to put some type of AI on my computer that just gets me organized. Because here's my organization structure on my computer. Anything that I save is just dumped into one folder. It's a one folder dump. I mean, there are a couple subfolders in there if it's like really, really important. I do save a couple things to the desktop, again, depending on the hierarchy of how important it is. But majority of the things that I download either from Canva or any type of PDF or anything that I'm using, it's dumped into the downloads folder, and that's the only place that it's going. And that's it. But I would love, especially when it comes to like client projects, things like that, and pictures that I download, that I would just be able to do one prompt command is like, hey, look at this image. Does it look like anything else? And just file it together with all those similar images for that particular client. That's really it. Just to be a little bit more organized.
Do you think we're at that point right now?
Claude can do it.
Right.
Yeah, Claude. I know Claude can do it. I haven't looked into it on exactly what and how it can do it.
Oh,
I think it's co-work.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Claude, do you remember when we talked last week about the newsletter and having Claude write it inside of my ClickFunnels account?
Yeah,
I did it. It worked. It worked. The MCP server now is, and I could see there's only one connection. It doesn't matter. At first you had to have the desktop version for the free version to work, but now you can just add it as a connector in the online version. I did it, and guess what? Bam! I just gave it the URL for the blog, and I said, create this inside of my ClickFunnels account. Now, all I need is an agent to do that for me automatically on a weekly basis.
Ugh. What? Pull it from that. Pull the link from your. What is it? What are we talking about? DailyDraft.
Yeah.
And then write it in Claude. Yeah, you can do it with co-work.
Pull every week. Pull the most recent blog from my blog and create an SEO optimized blog inside of my ClickFunnels account and do this on a weekly basis. It's getting good. And okay, yeah, because it's gonna take me about 10 minutes to set up this newsletter, but it is getting good. But we also got an email today about even more AI skills. You want to share that with us too?
Yeah. So 6:47 p.m. tonight, a new challenge just dropped. It's called the AI Secrets Challenge. And they already stole the domain AISecretsChallenge.com, and it's register. And yeah, And you know what it looks like?
You want to share a screen?
I'll share screen. Where are we at?
And I'm just like, Russell, can you give us a break here? Russell is not. Oh, I know what it looks like.
What does it look like?
Of course, it looks like he probably actually just rearranged the 5-day lead challenge.
Oh, really? Here's part 1.
Yep.
And here's part 2. Is there a difference?
Wait a minute. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute.
Wait, here's 1.
Okay. AI Secrets Challenge. Uh-huh.
Here's 2.
Oh my god. You know what's different? The color of his shirt.
That's it. And you know what? Here, this.
It's probably AI.
It's AI.
Yeah. He probably took the same image and said, change my shirt to a different color and then change the 5 days. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is crazy. Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Let's see. Wait a minute. Which one describes you? I'm diving in.
And so this here is from another funnel.
Oh, it's actually you can actually select the button there.
Yep. This is from another funnel. Oh, which one is it?
If I'm thinking, I remember way back in the day with the original ClickFunnels, page. It used to have the 8 different businesses.
Yep.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yep. So we recycled that. This is cool animation. I don't know how many people actually registered, so I don't know if this is actually dynamic or not. It'd be cool if it is, but you have that.
Why is that number changing? What did you say? It's animated.
I don't know. I mean, it hasn't. We've been up for. Page has been live for. I don't know, 2 hours now, hour and a half now, and that number hasn't changed.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was animated.
This is animated here. And then
animated when you scroll over it, though.
No.
Oh, okay. I see it now. So it's not just a scroll over. Okay. All right. That's an interesting.
You got the typewriter deal.
That there's going to be your CF Pro tools, or it could be.
That's custom.
No, that used to be in Barnum PT before Winter removed it. He removed a lot of features from the Barnum PT. But that was a little typewriter thing, changing the words. But you could do that in Barnum PT.
You can custom code this too.
And I think you could still do it in CF Pro Tools too.
And then it goes into what you get day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. And then secure my seat. And that's it.
This is an interesting challenge because I would think that just from what I've seen with how they've brought Todd out a lot more recently, or I don't know, I seem to be seeing Todd come out in front a little bit more. I'm wondering if he's going to really take some part in this challenge and have a big part in it. It was interesting seeing him there with his wife. I did not know that his wife was actually a part of the team. Did you know that?
Nope.
I didn't either.
So they need to update this.
Oh yeah, one pager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No more one pager, and no more the thing that replaced it either. But
that shut down too.
Yeah, I don't think content blocks. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't.
That makes me so mad. You know how many one pagers I had saved from like Kennedy and him and everything that
it was good stuff.
It was good stuff.
Try and go to them now and see what happens.
I never bookmarked them or anything.
No.
Nope.
Oh man. Oh, that's AI too.
What? This? No,
Yeah.
that's not AI.
Yeah, that's AI.
That is not AI.
That does not look like Russell.
That is Russell Brunson.
And I'm telling you, I'm gonna go back and look. Those are AI.
Those are not AI, dude. The fingers are fine. You look at the fingers. The fingers are fine.
No, but AI can get fingers right, but you could just look at his face and just see the features on his face. And that's what tells. And he even looks younger in that other picture. He looks younger right there in that sweater.
That's AI.
That's changing his shirt. Wow.
That's not AI. That's not AI.
I'm gonna look at that page and we're gonna ask the actual persons.
Okay.
But it's interesting to see Todd come out up front a little bit more.
He doesn't have to code anymore. He's got AI doing it, so of course he can come up front a little bit more because he's the one pushing this, and he's the tech behind. Like he's the one that can explain it better than what Russell can. So
yeah, well, yeah. Todd is becoming I think he even talked about that on that podcast episode. If you haven't watched that podcast episode, it's the ClickFunnels Radio. It was an entire about 2.5 hour episode. And it was
probably one of the longer ones, yeah.
It definitely was. And it was a sit down with Dante, Chris Cameron, Todd, and his wife. I did not know that his wife was, but she seems to be diving right in there and being a part of the team as well. And she talked about her, being a supportive wife to a husband who is an entrepreneur. Yeah, I can imagine. They've got some stories to tell. Yeah. All right. ClickFunnels is okay. We got a comment from a man on YouTube there. Let me see what he says. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up here on the screen here. Who out there is excited about this new challenge? Who out there is excited? ClickFunnels is on a roll with the challenges this year. You make a good point there, Ken. I think they started off with that first 1K challenge that completely kind of surprised me. But it was an amazing challenge with an amazing offer at the end. So let me ask you, Ken, and I'm going to ask you too, Brandon. What do you think will be the offer on this challenge? Because we kind of called it last time. Well, yeah, we kind of called it last time, which was going to be the Funnel Builder Coaching and Certification Program. What do you think the offer is going to be?
I think it's just going to be ClickFunnels. I think it's going to drive to ClickFunnels. Granted, we might have some beta features here that the average people don't have, which does make it a little frustrating, especially when you're building in their thing and you're used to building in yours. Like, okay, where's this button go? Or where'd this button go? But I think it's going. I think it's just going to drive to ClickFunnels because the cloners out there, they're pushing all their AI tech hard, and I think that ClickFunnels is trying to meet them punch for punch. So I think it's just going to drive to there.
Yeah, typically a lot of the funnel hack secrets offers, those were all around a year of ClickFunnels. I don't think there's really an offer for a year of ClickFunnels out there right now, is there? Well, unless you still go into the funnel hacker secrets or the funnel builder secrets offer. those those offers are still available for the full year. I believe so. But there hasn't been anything new. Let's see what Ken thinks. Ken thinks it's going to be AI related. You know what? I would bet 1,000% it's going to be AI related. I would bet 1,000% it's going to be AI related. Hey, make sure to stick around, Ken, because in a couple minutes we're going to start a demo, and I'm going to set up an entire newsletter inside of Daily Draft in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, if not sooner. I'm pretty sure, yeah, because it doesn't take. We're going to show you what it looks like inside there, and it's going to be pretty cool to see, because I think the Daily Draft was one of the AI related items that was recently released on the offer from the 1K challenge, along with several other AI components. If we want to actually kind of name them, let me see here. I know I've got a list of the things that were offered there at that challenge. Let me take a look here and see if I can pull up an image of everything that was offered at the challenge of the 1K. And some here, let me see here. I know I have an image here that I can pull up. All right. And let's take a look here. I'm going to show it here on my screen real quick. And just to give you an idea of everything that was offered during that challenge. See it here?
Yep.
All right. There was the funnel builder coaching and certification program. That was really worth the $5,500. And definitely that was worth $5,500 itself. And the ClickFunnels lifetime, I mean, you could have stopped right here with those two offers, Brandon, and that would have been a no-brainer offer.
For sure.
Yeah. Funnel builder coaching and certification, ClickFunnels lifetime account, 25 agency accounts, offer secrets, the Guru agency account. We just got the funnels for equity training, Rainmaker Labs, AI funnel builder that's built inside of ClickFunnels, the Daily Draft, which we're going to be demoing today, a Rocketeer, AI-powered ads, the Courage Call, which was a call over the weekend to kind of onboarding, white glove call to help onboard people, Barnum PT Pro, which is AI related, CF Pro Tools. I've been getting into CF Pro Tools. And then there's the Funnel Hacker Brain. Russell,
we haven't gotten that yet.
We have not gotten that yet. That's the one that's still pending. So looks like we had one.
We didn't talk about Rocketeer, who we had their founder on last week.
Yep. We sure did. We had Blake Newbar on the show. That was awesome. Was so grateful of him to come on the show and tell us about his journey, and he talked to us about the Rocketeer and all the work that he put behind that to make running ads for entrepreneurs a lot simpler. His platform and his software is making, his goal is just to make running ads simple for the normal person and not so complicated like they are. CF Pro Tools has been a great add-on. I'm enjoying that. I'm really getting set up with that. Barnum PT, hey, that's everyday use right there. So it'll be interesting to see. And I also want to just note that this offer is still available. When you go through the 1K challenge, we're going to make sure to put a link down in your comments, Brandon, and I'll put a link down in my comments for the opportunity to take that 5-day free 1K challenge. And that's where you'll see the offer of these items. And you have to go through the challenge to get this offer. It's not available just for, you can't go. I tried to see if I could send someone straight to the sales page, and I was told, nope, they do not have a link straight to the sales page because they want you to go through the training. The training itself is, it's probably worth the $5,500.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely. And Giru agency account, have you using your Giru?
I did. I used it just recently to build out a funnel for the day job. We got a brand new monster high yield press that we're looking to fill, and they wanted a plan. I was like, okay, well, what's the plan? I was like, all right, well, here's your first funnel. It's lead magnet for design or whatever, or how to choose the right vendor to print your deal, and which leads to email or a phone call, depending on which path they take, and then close them down, get the project in, all that kind of stuff. So if I did everything right, and I had to use AI to help me out because I don't know the basic numbers, right? Because this is all projections, right? If everything goes right on I think it's I don't know, 10, 12 grand a month spend, looking to bring in $100,000 a month. So it's like, that'd be great. Problem is, for this market, it's a very tight market for the items that we'd be able to print for. Because a lot of manufacturing is done, fortunately, cross borders: Mexico, Canada, China, India, Vietnam, wherever. And they probably use somebody local in those areas that do the printing of the materials. So for the few American companies that are still manufacturing here, we are able to provide them with tariff-free printed products. So we'll see how this funnel works.
Okay, nice. And you used the I used
Giru to kind of map everything out and put the numbers in, and all the traffic sources, the estimated or ideal close rates for each step of the funnel. And hopefully it should be good.
Awesome. This offer gives you literally everything you need to run a funnel building agency, including, I believe we have the 50 agency accounts, which are kind of 50 sub ClickFunnels accounts that you are able to sublease. That's what you can call it, right? Sublease. They're many baby accounts, but they could literally really be full accounts if you add the right features that work exactly with what you want or what your clients need for a small monthly fee. If anyone out there is interested in any of those sub accounts, I still have a few left. Do you have any left, Brandon?
I got a few left as well. So, if you want to get in, you don't need anything too fancy. We'll get you dialed in, and I'll help you build out your funnel hub and point you in the right direction with that. And you can start up with your newsletter, which is the first thing that you should be trying to build. And we're going to show you how to get that started quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Awesome. That's a great segue. And that's what we're going to do at this point is we're going to get into sharing this, which is our AI powered newsletter. Hold on one second. Okay. Man, sometimes it's real tricky just getting that. Nope, that's not what I want. Hold on. It's tricky sometimes about trying to get it to fit right in there. But this is the AI powered newsletter that writes themselves. This is the actual DailyDraft.ai. You can go directly to the website and you can see everything that you need to run a newsletter. It's got the content discovery, summarization. That's the what you see is what you get editor, email delivery statistics. I'm going to show you some of that. Real-time analytics. I'm going to show you some of that. I'm going to show you some of my actual stats from my newsletter that I have been sending out. You're going to see that, some personalization, just a little bit of from idea to inbox and 4 steps. This is how easy it is to set it up, really. And you can start free with one. You want to see what it costs for, if you're not inside of the Funnel Builder certification program?
You just passed it. It's $97 a month.
Okay, where was that at?
Right up. You just passed it again.
Okay.
Keep going up. Keep going up. It's right there.
Okay, there it is. Yep, there it is. Upgrade to $97 a month when you're ready to send emails and access analytics. So one of the great things about this software is that it's a newsletter and a blog. So I think this only talks about the newsletter side, but once we get in here, you will see that it's also literally you're posting the newsletter onto a blog. And did you know, Brandon, that you can get 1 free domain? Yes, I'm going to show you that too. If you didn't know, did you know that?
Yeah, I mean, I have my domain set up. It's actually set up on a subdomain, newsletter.brandongrowthlab.com, I believe. And yeah, so I'm already rocking it.
All right, now we're going to go inside of my account. Hold on one second. Let me just take some of this out here. All right, hold on. We're going to go back. All right, so we're going to go actually inside of my account where we got 42. It is now 42, but I need to get this to actually show up right because it looks like it's not showing the entire thing. But let me do this here. Hold on, because when I do that, hold on. Let me do this here. Okay. All right. Okay. I need to take that one off too. We're gonna okay, we're source not visible. Okay, all right, okay. Now hold on, let me put us back in there. Oh, all right. All right, hold on. All right, so I want to move that down a little bit, but hold on one second. Okay, there is a way for me to do this. Here we go, hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, now that we've got full screen, right? Now you can see full screen. All right, now here we are inside of my Daily Draft account. It's I think when you sign up, you can see here that I have already created 2 newsletters. I've got my Mondays marketing news, and that's my newsletter that I'm sending out to all of my members in the Facebook group and also to my email list soon. But this one is my theme is master your marketing, dominate your market. And also I've got my Offer Lab Warriors Insider And this is where we talk about real opportunities, new offers, and strategies to partner, profit, and promote. We started this one for the OfferLab platform to help those who have signed up underneath me to partner, profit, and promote. That is our entire goal with OfferLab. And when we also have some really cool spotlights that we do for members of their offers, and we blast that out to everybody on the list to get more people to sign up. Okay, so basically this is it. Basically, you're gonna look up here at the top right. You're gonna see your options. That's where you're gonna handle all of the details regarding the account. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and create a new newsletter. I'm going to create a new newsletter first, go through that process, and then we'll go back and take a look at some of the stats for my current newsletters and newsletters that have been sent. So there you go. I hit that item, and let's have what do we want to create a newsletter about today, Brandon?
Southern cooking.
Southern cooking. Is that cooking with the end?
Well, you know what I mean.
All right. Oh yeah, Southern cooking. How about that with the Southern cooking?
There you go.
All right. All right. Let's see here. All right. So you want to do AI because we could type a topic and click for an AI professional title. You want to try it?
Nope. Just do AI for everything else.
All right.
It should pick it up from the title itself.
Yeah, it will. Okay, so we're gonna use AI to create a there. That was quick.
Yeah, I don't like it. Do it again.
Where tradition meets flavor, one recipe at a time. All right, y'all.
There we
go. Y'all come hungry, leave happy, cook again.
That's
awesome.
It.
Awesome.
All right, let's have AI make your name.
All right, let's do that. Southern Cooking Editorial Team.
Nah, lame.
All right, let's try it again. Why did it said done? Hold on. It's not
It doesn't want to do it. I would make it like Betty's, I don't know, Betty something. Not Crocker, but I don't know.
Southern Cooking.
Sally Jane.
Oh, okay.
Sally Jane. I don't know. Something like that.
Southern Cooking for let's keep it Southern Cooking Editorial. Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Okay. So here is where you have to set up your email provider. And email provider setup required. Now, we can do this without having it set up. So we'll just come back to that part. We're going to create. Oh, no. Okay.
You got to put the email that it's coming from.
All right. So I will put, that's my email address there. All right. Okay, cool. All right. How often do we want to publish this newsletter? I like
weekly.
We can do daily, Monday through Friday at 5 a.m. We can do 3 times a week. That's recommended, or weekly. We're going to set this one up for a weekly draft. All right. And next, it's giving us newsletter preferences. It's already recommended some topics for us. Southern cooking, Southern recipes, comfort food, traditional Southern culture, barbecue. Those are pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So that's all done for us. Who is our target audience? Meaning, who is this newsletter for? And AI has suggested home cooks and food enthusiasts from, I just have to remove that M-dash, man. I just have to remove it. From beginners to experienced cooks who want to master authentic Southern recipes, barbecue techniques, and cast iron cooking while preserving family food traditions and exploring the cultural heritage of soul food and comfort cuisine. Sounds good?
Perfect.
Awesome. Now this is where we can just let AI do most of this here, but I will say that what I've done is I have actually curated a few specific domains that I would like for this to actually pull from when it's doing the research. We'll just do this, to go through this process, but that is an option for you. And I like the hybrid mode. AI suggests, and then we approve and edit. And then let's say we'll just keep this. It drafts at Tuesday at 5 a.m. And there's our Southern AI writing persona. Now, you can also edit the persona of the editor. As you can see here, you can see that right there, right? Mm-hmm. And we can choose specific details or specific things that we would like our Southern smoking and cooking editor to look like. That's interesting. Look at the it's actually generated an AI avatar for us too that we're able to edit as well. For the sake of this one, we're just going to keep it based on the AI's recommendation. Check this out. What do you think about that?
I like it. I like it a lot.
That is nice. That is nice. And
this, I'll be honest, like from when I did my first ones to this one now, it's like so much better because it didn't do the logo, it didn't do the banner, it didn't do anything.
Yeah. I can tell that they have been working on it and improving it. But I think this is nice. And this is the newsletter header image. And then here's some other things that you could actually have it if you didn't like the header image that it provided. You have some other options to actually improve it or change it. And that's it. Our newsletter is literally already set up, ready for us to start drafting. Now, I'm going to go here now, and what I want to do is really show how you connect it to your ClickFunnels account so that you can send the emails and also publish it. So we're going to go to that fix now. And then here's the sender's information. And then it does require an address for you here. So I'm just going to put, man, don't be putting my addresses up there. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have to add a physical address, but here is where.
Let's not get into the weeds too much with this kind of stuff. They'll figure that part out when they do it. Let's just show them the articles itself. And that way that's going to protect your information. And we ain't got to worry about you getting scammed later on down the road.
Okay. All right. Just real quick. It's just real quick. Because I already set this up, and here's the webhook that you can do. You're going to copy that webhook. You're going to paste it into your ClickFunnels account, and that's going to give you the opportunity to send those. All right. So we can still, that's just, I guess maybe, reach out to us directly if you did need help with doing that. We're just going to actually go ahead and draft an issue and just give you an idea of what the AI will produce. And if you did want, there are more options over here where you can change. I'm just going to go here. You can change the persona. You can change your standard layout from curated. We're just going to go with the standard newsletter. You can create custom layouts. And then there are also blocks. And what I have actually learned to do on this newsletter is I've also learned how to actually edit the information that's in the email, in the newsletter, to put some of your own specific information. All right. So now what we're going to do now is just draft, and we're going to let AI handle everything. All right. Now, this is what can take a little bit of time. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it is fetching relevant articles. And while we're waiting for it to fetch those relevant articles, speaking of Southern home cooking, Brandon, what do you have for dinner tonight?
Cheeseburgers from the farm.
Cheeseburgers from the farm.
Yep.
And just look at, we are at approximately, I think we're probably at 12 minutes that we've been working on this so far. So we're going to have a complete newsletter wrapped up, written in, we'll say about 15 minutes, to be on the safe side. And,
Yeah,
huh?
I was gonna say, yeah, wife's family, they're dairy farmers, so they tend to get a cow every now and then that goes down, and they don't let anything go to waste. So we got beef from the farm.
Ah, so you weren't joking when you said that you got it from the farm, huh?
Nope.
Nice, nice.
Now, I can
This
tell you, dairy cow tastes a lot different than uh, store cow. Let's just put it that way, or a beef cow. They're just fed different, obviously, because they're there to feed them for dairy. But it does taste better, I think, than buying from the grocery.
nice, nice. If you're watching, in the comments, hashtag dairy cow in the comments. I want to see it. Hey, speaking of hashtag in the comments, you know that we had someone comment last week when we offered a book. I think
Okay.
we did have someone comment, said hashtag at the end. So we did promise a gift for anyone that stayed that long, and they would hashtag the secret word. How about we start giving a secret word like late in our broadcast that people can comment, and if they listen that far, we'll send them something, maybe not big, but maybe something in an envelope, like stickers, funnel hacker stickers.
I don't have funnel hacker stickers.
You know what? I've got I do have a little bag full of goodies and things that I have collected over the years for with ClickFunnels stuff.
We got to hit them up for some swag so we can give them out on our show.
Yes.
That's what we should do. We should probably reach out to Rob and see if we can get something. I mean, even if it's a pen or just some stickers, like the low end stuff. You know what I mean? If we're gonna do some giveaways, um,
Yeah.
which would be
So,
good.
yeah, so I think this is the process that can take a little bit of time as it starts to actually research and scrape to find articles for the newsletter. We'll give it a little bit of time here, and then we will come back once it is done. But once it is done, then it's going to let us know that it is ready. Should have known. I should have started that earlier in the episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just happens when you're doing it live. Well, you know what I'll do instead? What I will do is I will go back to
We'll have to
my
do a part
news.
two.
No, I'll
We'll
go
have to do
back to
part
my
two.
newsletter. I'll go back to my newsletter and show some that have actually been curated. Okay.
Sure.
Man, you know what? After looking at this newsletter, I'm like, this might work. You know what I mean?
Hook it up to your Amazon affiliates account and rock and roll, man.
Oh man, you send that out every week, and that was a great header. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna delete that one. I do.
I'll take 10% of all royalties that you get.
I will actually get that thing SEO optimized so it's at the top of the search engines. Start throwing my links in there. That's how you do it. And that's how you do it. That's exactly what this newsletter is for, to generate traffic for you and your business. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of my stats. It looks like I said, I've had total 7 issues. I've only sent it out in an email once. And so that's my open rates. Yeah, it's probably not showing anything because I've been the one that's been sending them. But here are my recent issues. I was able to connect the email to it, and then it would actually sends it out through my ClickFunnels account. This is the last newsletter that was sent. You're seeing here, this was the title, and it did all this research on its own. master the new AI algorithm before it masters you. I would say that this is not the title that it brought me back originally. So I do go in here, and what it does at 5 o'clock a.m. every Monday morning, it sends me an email, tells me that my daily draft is ready. At that point, anytime between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m., I will go in here and I will review the draft. I will make adjustments. I'll look at the articles. I will select the articles that I feel are really exciting and relevant for the newsletter, and then I will hit publish. And that's what I've been doing. I've been publishing it to a blog, but it has not, it's only gone out in email once. And I do have active subscribers now to be able to receive this. And you can see I am getting a little bit of responses from people who are visiting the site. I've got 10 responses collected, and this has just been in a few days. And they will leave their comments at the end of the newsletter. You can see I published to the web 2 days ago. Let me see if I can give you an idea of what this looks like. Published to the web. Oh, can you see that? Oh, no, you don't see that. Okay. You know what? I forgot. I did change it recently, and now I'm not allowing people to read it unless they actually opt in. So that is a new feature that I added, but we will be able to at least see what the newsletter looks like in an email. And here's what the newsletter looks like in an email. And I'm going to show you something here at the bottom of this email too, Brandon. And something, no, let me see here. And something that I added, okay? So these are all the AI generated articles. And what I really liked was that it was really talking about how traditional search is being replaced by, all AI algorithms, and how it's more important to build on social, not just social media alone. It talks about some shifts in the marketing world with new affiliate marketing opportunities at Instagram, and how AI search is really changing how people should be thinking about their content, and the fact that AI queries are much more different than those traditional search terms. So this is some really, really, really good information to just read and be aware of. And let me show you something here at the bottom. It talks about answer engine optimization. And I'm going to show you something here at the bottom. You see this here? That was industry insight. And then this area right here. You see this area right here is my AI funnel tool of the week. I wrote this and added this into the email completely. I added this myself, and I've learned how to add images, links, and additional articles in the newsletter. That's it.
Nice.
That's it. And I've started two weekly, highlights. And one is my AI funnel tool of the week. And you see what the AI funnel tool of the week?
Barnum PT.
Barnum PT, funnel hacker, funnel builder, funnel optimizer, and so much more. And this is where the gold is, Brandon, because you can create your affiliate links and link them out on your blog and inside of your email. That's the key. You're going to direct them into your funnels from the blog and from your newsletter. And that's what newsletters are. Newsletters are traffic generators. They are traffic generators because they sit at the top of your funnel. It could be at the top of your funnel. It could also be at the middle of your funnel, but you can always either give people an opportunity to join your membership or follow you closer until they get to the bottom of the funnel. If that, that makes sense. Does that make sense to you, Brandon?
Makes total sense. And in fact, I mean, the newsletter deal, I mean, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, like that was like just hammered on us when it at Funnel Hacking Live. In fact, I think it was 2 years ago. You know, we had Perry Belcher on stage. Oh, crap, I can't even remember his software anymore. I used it a couple times. I got frustrated with it. But his deal is a email newsletter, similar to this, but not as robust and as good, in the sense that like this is a couple button clicks and it generates your deal. The other one, you actually had to like build it out yourself and do all these other things with it and copy HTML code into your main thing. It was a mess. This just does it, right? So not knocking Perry's thing, even though I am, because he went over to the cloners after being at Funnel Hacking Live stage. Literally got an email from him like 3 weeks later that he went to high level. So it was like, what the hell, dude? Anyway, yeah, I'll definitely be using this more than I would his software, even though I'm paying 1 cent a month for it every month, apparently, because I'm getting charged from his deal.
Oh, okay. He's still doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because it has been 2 years. It wasn't so. No, as a matter of fact, that would have been 3 years ago.
Yeah.
No, because there was a Funnel Hacking Live last year, 25. Yep.
3 years ago.
Yeah. So the one before that. Yeah, definitely. Check out the daily draft. And I don't think those drafts are, I don't think the research has been done yet. So we won't be able to finish that demo tonight, but
We'll show you next week. So you got to tune in next week if you want to see the newsletter.
yes, you get the idea. You can sign up. You can go directly to dailydraft.ai and sign up for an account. Or if you would like to have a ClickFunnels account with a daily draft, reach out to Brandon or I, and
just click the link in the comment in my feed, and you'll get there. Just go through the challenge. You need to go through the challenge anyway. Figure out what the heck's going on in that new opportunity. It's probably the best thing I ever done. I mean, I hit the goal within the weekend. I'm still working on the 10K. I got like 3 irons in the fire that are just ready to pull out and start hammering, and got some big things. So, in fact, my two of my clients hit their 1K mark. One did it in about 7 days, and yeah, so it's not hard, you know. It's just having the right person there to help you out, guide you along the path, put the right offer together, build the appropriate funnel, and launch it. That's it. It's not hard.
That's it. So get on that daily draft, or feel free to reach out to one of us if you need more assistance. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's episode. And remember to keep making the world a better place, one funnel